Remember, buy, borrow, and die. That's what rich people do. They buy stuff, they own it, and then when they need cash, they just borrow against their assets, and then they die, and their kids never pay taxes on the capital gains that they earned. So a lot of times, the game for wealthy people is write-offs and ownership, avoiding any moves that are going to draw the scrutiny of the IRS and using as much tax avoidance as possible. So they avoid taxes by incorporating their family into their business to the point where they rarely do anything that can't be a write-off. That's how they end up paying very low taxes. And then two, when they acquire an asset, the last resort is to sell the thing. They'll do everything except sell. And if they do sell, it might be because they're selling at a loss to counter, some taxable income they might have had somewhere else, right? So sometimes people will write off something, in their accounting as a loss because it'll counteract a gain somewhere else. That's why a lot of billionaires own these sports teams a lot of times, and they'll lose money trying to win a Super Bowl or something, and they get to write off all this stuff that allows them to basically be a billionaire and pay no taxes. So keep that in mind as you build your strategy. I think that those transactions, avoiding the scrutiny of the IRS, I think is a big part of it. It should be. All right, so I'm gonna go to you, Mary Schmidt. You will be allowed to speak in five, four, three, two, go. Mary.
Good evening, Dr.
Hey,
Boyce.
Mary, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm very new to your class, and I'm just privileged to be even part of it. Uh, I'm
I'm
just
glad you're here. Well, welcome. Everybody say hi to Mary.
Hi, everybody. God bless Dr. Boyce. I've learned so much. I'm just a great listener, and I'm just starting to uh, activate what's going on. Okay, so my situation is I have limited funds. My husband passed away, so now we only have one income, and I'm
Oh, I'm
retired.
sorry.
So, do you suggest an instrument like an LLC to start doing the business as far as the options go? Or in my name or in a trust? What would you suggest?
Okay, first off, I'm sorry about your husband.
Thank you.
That's it's gosh, yeah, makes me think about my mama. We just lost her at Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Um, so second of all, I have seen people use LLCs to trade options because what it can do is it can allow you to write off your losses if you have a bad year in the market. So the LLC route, I think, in my view, is the one that's the most interesting. I've seen people do all three that you described. Um, so uh, yeah, so that's my short answer there. I like the LLC approach. Um, did you have another question related to that?
it's a totally off the wall question. Do you ever mm, invest in currency? Because a lot of countries are going to be reevaluating shortly. Have you ever thought of that?
I have, and quite honestly, I mean, there's a lot of conversation about things like the devaluation of the dollar and stuff like that. And I do own some
Right.
gold because of that. But the hard part with that is my bias is, Mary, I tend to like moving in directions where there's sort of a clear path to profitability or achieving the goal. And the thing about currency investing, I mean, the foreign currency market is a massive market and it's very liquid and there's a lot of action there. And I know a lot of people who trade in that market, but there's not any sort of simple path where I could sit here and say, okay, everybody do this, and there's a good chance that everybody's going to make money. It ends up feeling like a casino because there's not a way to sort of accurately predict, what's going to happen long term.